Morning. Right, you join us. Slightly cold morning. Trent and Mersey Canal, we're at Stone. Just opposite this boatyard. And yeah, coffee in hand. I think it's becoming increasingly clear that we're not going to make it through the Harecastle Tunnel and the, whatever it is, 31 locks before the CRT closed the canal. We gave it a good go yesterday. We got to here, Stone. I think we did 17 miles. I'll post up. But I think we did something like 17 miles yesterday. To the start of the Harecastle Tunnel, the entrance to the tunnel from where we are now is 12 miles and 8 or 9 locks. So eminently doable, but then of course you've got the tunnel, which you need to book. And then once you're at the other end of the tunnel, you're into the area where they're going to start closing locks. So hopefully, we're not quite sure. We're either going to get to the start of the tunnel and then just moor up and wait till the canal opens proper, or we'll try and go through and then just see how far we get, do a few locks and get somewhere into the stoppage area, and then just accept that we're going to be beached there until the canal's open. So yeah, gonna get going when Josh is warm through, and just see my Angel's in the boat. She's got a bad head this morning, so I've said, look, just stay in bed and I'll do the locks, etc. Get up when you're ready. So whether she'll do as she's told is a completely different matter. Right, onwards and upwards. Yeah, the sign's in town just saying welcome to Stone, a canal town, so they're obviously very keen to mention that. And there on the bridge was a sign saying the birthplace of the Trent and Mersey Canal. So yeah, certainly seem proud. Just coming up to a winding hole next to some residential dwellings. It's cold. A slightly unusual setting for a winding hole. This usually in the middle of nowhere. It's a nice touch. Somebody just put some food out for the birds on the towpath. Right, lock number 1 of the day. This is at Meaford, so we've sort of left Stone, heading towards central Stoke-on-Trent, and this is Meaford. So there's 4 locks here. Apparently this it's not staircase, is it, but this set of 4 locks, flight, there you go, find the right words, replaced a flight of 3 that used to be here. So I believe there might be some remains of the original flight a touch further up, so we'll have a look. So here we go. This is lock 31, and you can just see 32 ahead. Let's do some locking. Some force, the water. Josh just is smoking away to himself. Just keeping the boat at a sensible temperature, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Some overflow to do with that, pushing back up the canal to Harecastle.
These little bridges are super useful when you're on your own, but as you can see, if you close the lock beam, or open the lock gate should I say, you block yourself out, so you either have to crawl under, over, or I presume the idea is you only go so far and then escape. Right, I think I've worked out why, I'm going to say most of the bridges, but actually I need to check maybe all of the bridges that we've seen on the Trent and Mersey have this gap in the middle. You can see there. And I think it's so that a single boater can walk the boat in using the normal steps that you'd find, and then whiz the rope through the gap. So the railings have a gap as well. And then just walk the boat into the lock. So I need to check, as I say, whether they've all been like that, but yeah, I think that's what that's for.
Yeah, they are pretty, these locks. Obviously enhanced by my angel.
Yeah, just pushing the lock beams does it. Oh, so you open it a little bit and then walk to the other side and it almost closes itself. They're almost self-closing.
Not the way I do it.
Right, I think this is the site of the original lock, maybe just in here. See, I don't know what's under all of that, so I'm not going to go walking over, but
Just look how impossibly small this lock entrance looks. We currently have a bit of a problem. We're not rising.
so Sue's just checking the gates, but you can see the gears against the stock. We've only got gate paddles at this end, no ground paddles. So not quite sure why we're not rising. Alright, wicked.
Shut this off because I don't know what else to do.
No, I'll shall I come up? Yeah. Right, up the slimy ladder I go. Right, problem solved. Well, problem found. The ground paddle there does not work, so we weren't rising at all. So we're just having to use the gate paddle, as you can see. And normally you wouldn't open the gate paddle like this until the lock was half full. You can see all the water coming in at sort of drown your boat height. But we've no choice because that's the only way the water's going to find its way in. So just holding Josh back on the rope, keep him well clear of all that coming in. So he's just going to drop the ground paddle for what it's worth, it makes no difference. This is the last of this flight, so we've got another 2.5 miles for the next lock, which means it's breakfast time.
Just had another kingfisher spot flying right towards me. Wicked. You see a really orange, sort of vibrant orange of their underside. When they're flying away, you just see the electric blue flash, but yeah, straight towards me. Super cool. Headroom doesn't look massive in this bridge. Got the chimney on. Quite a few chimney and bridge moments there. I think we've got about 4 seasons in one cloud there. Check that out.
That is smart.
That is super smart. It's a lot beams in the dark.
Oh, look at the gates.
Just looks wrong, doesn't it? It's like it needs an E. It's spelled too wrong.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Don't know why we've done that. Quite expecting to see him, were we?
Right, Camden Lock. Look. God. Stop people falling down the stairs. This is what you need. Thank you.
Just thought I'd pop my head out here just to show you the well, you usually get to see that. This is a really, really big lock, so you can see all the see the ground paddle as well.
There we are, Trenton Lock. That's somewhere you can just go for a bit of a walk in the woods. Very nice. It's not ideal, is it? A bit of a mess.
Duck or goose?
Oh, look at the colour of that tree. I'm sure I'd want that lot at the end of my garden when there's a canal here and things that you could be seeing. There is no head height in that. That's about, I don't know, less than half the height of a normal boat. Right, under the A50 we go.
There's a living roof on the front, and then sort of a straight turn. Yeah. Cool. Gosh, it's like driving into a big guillotine or something. Woof! Grim looking lock. There's none of the nice sort of historic brickwork in this one. This is just slimy concrete. Alright, up we go. They say, don't they, what a difference a day makes. So we've gone from lovely country canal side lock cottages to not. On this side, some disgusting old commercial building. Looks like it should be knocked down.
Cool, dead ahead, what a lovely view that is.
Yeah. And the guy on Narrowboat, Chug, who's just come through the locks, the lock in front of us, had said that we were the first boat that he'd seen all day. Well, it's pretty much the first boat we've seen all day. So he said it's a super quiet stretch up here. So I assume that's because everyone's been razzing through to Harecastle Tunnel to get through for the closures, the lock closures ahead, but we're running behind. It can be hard sometimes to actually work out what's ahead, so my eyes aren't clear here. I think that looks like an open lock chamber with water coming in through the front gates, but I can't quite tell. And the boat's obviously been through, so he should close those gates. So they should be closed gates, but I can't quite work out if that's what I'm seeing or not.
Well, we were expecting this lock to be in our favour. And when I got here, so it was full, but it's no wonder the amount of water that's coming through there. And it does look like all the paddles are shut, so this might be in need of a little bit of attention.
Just take your head off. Weird lock entry, what's this? The water's coming out here, it just pushes the boat over here. Wow. This is tight. Woof. No wonder Sue's had to empty the lock. Look at all the water coming in. And that's closed, so that is leaking. So this is the first reference we've seen. This area's passed. How cool are that? Oh, smart. Giant bottles. Right, next lock. My angel's just whipping up a delicious lunch. Hello. Right, so these should all be with us because another boat's just come through. Oh, there's there again. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of water putting out, so I would suggest we've got another leaky lock. Twyford lock. Yeah, it's been filling itself up again. It's not that bad actually, is it? Anyway, half full again it is. Let's get emptying. Will the chimney go? Yeah, I think it's just about full. I have to duck though. Slightly unusual to have a lock on a sharp left-hand bend. I'll just nudge up towards the gates and wait to see to open them. Yeah, this is Etruria Industrial Museum. Chimney. It's a lovely building. It's raining. Right.
Not far up.
This. We're going.
Well,
Look how low the water level is here. So the CRT have just been down. They're letting water into this pound. I was thinking, why are you trying the gate? It clearly won't open. You should get a feel for how low or high you should be in the lock. I was like, there's... God, it's so low. Feet.
I always check the gate will open before I close the opposite side panel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had, and it was opening, so I went back, closed that one, and got back over here, and I'm like, what's happened there?
So what did she say? If we get grounded in this next pound, don't worry.
Yeah, they'll just keep sending some water.
Right, well, let's see if we do.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Alright, let's see if we get grounded. Not for the first time, it wouldn't be anyway. Quite low. Look at it all. Should be able to see that sill there. Right, so shortly after this lock is where the Caldon Canal will come in from our starboard side, so we'll see that as we go past. We're just going to carry on up the Trent and Mersey. This is the top lock of the flight, so no more locks, I think, until we get to Harecastle Tunnel. And there we go, you can see all the water's flowing down now. That sill's it's covered up and the plane's all good. Of course, another deep one. Right, that's the Caldon Canal. Is it?
Yeah.
Closed.
I don't know you.
Right. Okay, fine. No, thank you for your help. We'll take our chances and see what happens, eh? I do like it when you peek into a building and you see like the old lifting cranes and machinery. It's a shame to see buildings like this, like that. Like that. suspect there's quite a bit of it in the canal in total. Certainly would not. That's birdie. Westport Lake, very nice looking visitor centre. Right, we're nearing Harecastle Tunnel. Look at the colour of the water. So you can see a boat ahead. It's raining now, obviously. Boat ahead. I'm sure we're going to get some advice, which is good. Yeah, we're nearly at the tunnel, so which is closed, we think. Right, well, we've got to 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh. My angel's staring at me. She can hear me talking. She obviously thinks I was saying something to my angel. So we've got to 6 o'clock in the evening and we've yet to be joined here, so I think this is probably us. We're probably the only boat waiting to go through Harecastle Tunnel tomorrow morning. Northbound anyway, which doesn't bode particularly well for getting off at 8 o'clock. I think they probably prioritise quantum of boats. So if there are 5 boats looking to come south and only one going north, then I think we only get to go when they've finished. Look at the colour of the water. I'll try and find out why that is. It's like BMW individual Arizona Sun paint for those people that are into cars and geeky like me. So it feels really cool actually to be here, because this is somewhere we watched people YouTubing and talking about, and here we are. It feels really iconic. And so what have we got? 2.5 kilometres long, 4 metres wide. So what's that, 12 foot ish? Is that right? Yeah, about 12 feet. Narrowboat being sort of 7-ish. 2.3 metres high. Oh gosh, right, so it's quite low as well. Average time to get there, 40 minutes. In Josh, it's probably going to be a bit longer. Don't like to flog him, particularly in tunnels, because his alternator bound to just start squeaking. But there it is, that's a picture, an image that we've seen on the TV screen time and time again. At one of those iconic locations. And then here is our boat. So cool. There's a cottage up there. Oh. Where am I going? I wanted to get that side. Right, I'm being super thick here, aren't I? No. Am I? Right, okay. No admittance. It smells like an old engine yard. Oh, it's so cool, this place. It's just got something about it. I can't quite. I don't know how to describe it. It's got like an aura about it, this place. This tunnel, I'll probably oh, hang on. I'll probably do a voiceover and put some facts and figures up, just because I don't want to start gobbing them off now and find that they're all wrong and I have to correct them all. But one of the reasons this tunnel is so cool, and one of the reasons that we wanted to experience it, is that unlike most of the other tunnels, and I say most because maybe there are others that are like this, that there are bits of tunnel that branch off from the main bit of the tunnel, and the idea was that it would service the local coal mines. So when they got the coal out, instead of having to bring the coal to the surface and then load it onto whatever they were loading it onto, they basically brought it horizontally into Harecastle Tunnel, or the branches off it, where coal boats were waiting. And these were quite small coal boats, relatively low, like 10 tons of payload, and they would go through Harecastle Tunnel and then branch off, collect the coal, come back to the main bit of the tunnel, and then back through. So that's just like super cool, and I've no idea what we're going to see in there that relates to that, how that's going to play out on camera in a dark tunnel. Do you even get to see that? Don't know, but it'd be super cool if we do. And there's some other interesting stuff that we found, like electric tugboats. So yeah, I'll stop talking now, and because we don't script anything, and this information needs to be scripted, and we'll do a bit of a voiceover, and hopefully you'll understand why we think Harecastle Tunnel was a must-do. God, loads of goose poo down here. Just been having a read of the Canal and River Trust information board. Don't snigger. Some interesting stuff here, actually. Hang on. Now then. American signal crayfish. So that's Paul Turner keeps talking about crayfish, so obviously knows his onions. Yeah, zebra mussels. So where did we see those? We saw those Grand Union Canal near to Marsworth. Japanese knotweed, you don't want that, do you? Anyway, I glanced at this earlier. Look at that. Scum on water. This so much you could say. Just don't take the bait. One-way traffic only. Oh, that's another one. Yeah. So the tunnel. The tunnel is too narrow for two narrowboats to pass at 12 feet. Yeah, so it's one-way traffic only, which isn't like any of the tunnels. Actually, that's not true. Sort of Maida Vale and Islington Tunnel were both one-way tunnels, but not really tunnels. This is a tunnel. So yeah, one way, because it's narrow, and quite low head height by all accounts. So yeah, cool new things. And a ginger canal. Do like these. Every now and again you see one where they've replaced a brick with Stafford Stoke-on-Trent stamped. Very proud people. The Staffordshire people of the canals, I've got to say, there's lots and lots of celebration about the canal history and this area's place. God, what a cool spot. What a cool spot. Oh, someone's left some. Is that beetroot? What are they? Beetroot and peppers? I don't know, let's go have a look. Everything's slippery at this time of year, you've got to be super careful not to fall. So easily done. Oh yes, somebody's grown a beetroot. Oh, it's going to sound super stupid, but what are those? The tops look like tomatoes, but... Right, well I'm taking some of those back to the boat. I'm sure my angel will know what they are. I'd love to take the beetroot, but... I'm learning about history, dear. There's a beetroot over here.
Okay.
Would you like it?
I like it.
Okay. There's also some green looking sort of... I'll bring those. Not quite sure what they are, so I'll bring them.
Okay.
Nom nom.
I just came to see how many fishes you needed.
Out of here, none.
What about out of the packet tea?
2, please. Due. Grazie. So here we go. You see lots of the CRT sort of messages, but dotted around. Let's look at that top one. Oh yes. Not so sure about that one. Mostly. Nearly always. Yeah, go with that. Yeah, simple. I'm not so sure that living on water, yeah, no, in fact it just isn't. Living on water is not simple. It has its own challenges. It's not a simple lifestyle. Okay, thank you whoever left those. Right, I've just seen that they've come from here. I don't know if this helps identify them because there's some orange ones. So are they like riper? That's why. I don't know. Are they not a variety of tomato? Right. My angel will know.